The garage sat at the far edge of the city, where glass towers gave way to cracked sidewalks and half-forgotten warehouses. It was the kind of place people only found when they were lost, or when they were desperate. Rashid preferred it that way. He lay on his back beneath a battered gray sedan, one arm deep inside the engine bay. Oil dripped onto the concrete, mixing with old stains that never quite disappeared, no matter how much solvent he used. The radio crackled softly in the corner, playing an old song about better days. Rashid didn't listen. He listened to the engine instead. The subtle complaints of metal, the story every machine told if you knew how to hear it. That was when the garage door opened. The sound was wrong. Too smooth. Too confident. Rashid slid out from under the car and sat up, wiping his hands on a rag. A man stood framed in the doorway, silhouetted against the sunlight. He wore a charcoal suit that probably cost more than Rashid's entire workshop. His shoes didn't touch the oil-slicked floor at first, as if he were reconsidering whether to step inside at all. Then Rashid noticed the watch. Platinum. Heavy. Custom. The kind of watch that didn't just mark time but declared ownership of it. The younger mechanics, boys, really, barely out of their teens, fell silent. One of them nudged another and whispered something Rashid didn't catch. Rich clients were rare here. When they came, it was usually by mistake. The man finally stepped forward. "Good afternoon," he said, his voice smooth and practiced. "I'm looking for a mechanic." Rashid stood. "You've found a few. Depends what you need." The man's gaze swept the garage. Rusted tool cabinets, mismatched parts, a calendar from 5 years ago still hanging crooked on the wall. A flicker of doubt crossed his face, quickly masked by a polite smile. "I don't need a shop that replaces parts," he said. "I need someone who understands machines at their core." Rashid studied him more closely now. The posture, the controlled breathing, the faint scar near the left temple, almost hidden in the hairline. Familiar details that made Rashid's chest tighten. "And why would someone like you come here?" Rashid asked. The man smiled again, but this time there was calculation behind it. "Because people like me don't like attention." Rashid almost laughed. "Almost. My name is Adrian Wolf," the man said, extending a hand. Rashid didn't shake it. "What do you want, Mr. Wolf?" Adrian withdrew his hand smoothly, unoffended. "I want a custom car. Something unique. Something no one else in the world has." One of the younger mechanics let out a quiet, excited breath. Rashid shot him a look, and the boy quickly pretended to be busy. "Custom cars take time," Rashid said. "And money." Adrian nodded. "Money won't be an issue." "That's what they all say." Adrian stepped closer to the workbench, lowering his voice. "This car isn't about luxury. It's about survival." The word landed hard. Rashid felt something shift inside him, like a buried memory stirring. He straightened, folding the rag carefully and setting it aside. "Survival from what?" Rashid asked. Adrian hesitated. "Just a fraction of a second." "Enough. High-risk travel," he said finally. "Unpredictable conditions. People who might prefer I didn't arrive at my destination. Enemies," Rashid said flatly. Adrian didn't deny it. The garage seemed to shrink around them. Rashid's mind raced through possibilities, assembling them the way he assembled engines. Reinforced frames, composite armor, fuel systems designed to burn clean instead of explode. Designs he hadn't touched in years. Designs he'd sworn never to use again. "You're not looking for a car," Rashid said. "You're looking for protection." "I'm looking for discretion," Adrian replied. "And expertise." Rashid turned and walked to the back wall, where an old blueprint was pinned beneath a curling strip of tape. The paper was yellowed, brittle, covered in handwritten notes. Anyone else would see scraps of outdated engineering. Rashid saw his old life.